Today on the channel, we take a trip back in time to 2003. Beautiful that year, but today we're talking 2003 Super 7 Ultimates, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Donatello, and Leonardo.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today we got a double dose of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the 2003 editions from Super 7 in Donatello and Leonardo. But for all your Super 7 Ultimate needs, better hit up Entertainment Earth. Use the link in the description down below. Free shipping over $79, of course. Got to get a deal out there. And deal I got, kind of, is I got Michelangelo, but I forgot to order Raphael. I apparently forgot to pre-order him, so I'll have to grab Raphael in the future, and we'll unbox Raphael and Michelangelo in a separate video to come on the channel. So make sure you subscribe, of course. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. And I got to be honest, I got to lay my cards out on the table like a young Kenny Rogers. I've never really seen the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As 2003, man, I was busy partying. I was, hanging out with chicks and doing all that kind of fun stuff, of course, in college back in the day. So I wasn't rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, especially the new cartoon at the time. But to a whole generation, this is their Ninja Turtles, so I get that as well. But I wanted to get this, and I said, hey, I'm going to get the 4 Turtles, and that's it. I don't know how deep they're going to go into this 2003 Turtles line, but I'm going to be just content with the 4 Turtles. I want to check out the new figures, want to check out some of the new articulation possibly, want to see what all the fuss is about at the end of the day. So that's why I picked these ones up, but I am by no means an expert. I was in a different world, different headspace at that time in my life, of course. But let's dive into it. Let's start it off, and I guess we'll go with the leader of the Turtles. We'll go to Leonardo here. Of course, very familiar Super 7 Ultimate style packaging, big window box here. No slip cover, no cardboard case over the top, none of that stuff. What you see is what you get with these. Turtles logo from 2003. Not my Turtles logo, that's for sure. Leo right there looking good. Love the blue background back there, really does pop. Ultimates at the top, of course. On the side, nothing. On the side, nothing. And then, of course, on the back, get a little image of Leo. Nothing really for a cross-sell, I don't think. Let's see what it says of anything back here. Really nothing. No cross-sell, no blurb. Leonardo, the selfless slicer with the tenacious twin katana. So really, you don't need to know any more than that, apparently. Now, I have seen clips. I've seen things like that on YouTube over the years of 2003. I'm not opposed to watching it. I just don't know where in my busy schedule I'll find time. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But there it is. Packaging. Nice blue background, as I said. See you later. Goodbye. Like a young Mark Jackson from the New York Knicks back in the day is what that was like. And there it is, old Leo in the package, looking interesting here. Going to be interested to see how these guys fare, and of course do some Ultimate Super 7 comparisons later in this video here. And once again, I'm not in any way putting down the 2003 Turtles. Like I said, I haven't seen it. I don't know much about it. Obviously, I'm sure it follows a lot of the similar tropes. We'll call it the tropes of Turtles past, of course. You got to have Splinter and Shredder and Krang. Bebop, Rocksteady, all the usual friends, I'm sure. Can I get Leo out? There we go. See you later. Goodbye, like a young Patrick Ewing right there. Yes, Patrick Ewing. Off to the side. Away we go. And oh my gosh. And we'll get to you in a second here. Let's look at the accessories first, like we usually do with these guys. And we'll start with the hands. We got 2 gripping hands out of the package. We got some long fingered over here. We got the splayed out hand, like I said, really long fingers on this one. A dark green skin tone on him as well. And then we got 2 turtle fists. We're going to give some punches and bunches. We know how that's going to go. The banger to bang like a young Boss Rutan. Maybe throw in a little liver shot if you're not careful. Oh, just makes me miss my MMA training days. Oh, it was a good time back in the day. And that was right around 2003 as well. I was too busy in the MMA gym, fighting people, fighting for my life back then. You had to fight and earn respect at the gym once upon a time. Now they'll take anybody's money to get into an MMA gym these days. But you do get one of these. Is this a turtle communicator? Is that what this is? Looks that way. So you do get one of those. I can see that in the future with other turtles as well. 2 katana blades. Got to have those for Leonardo. Extra attention to detail with the blue on the handles down to the yellow. Nice blades here. You got to have those, of course, with Leonardo. But now we're going to dive into the head sculpt, see what's going on with the turtles here. A little darker, a little meaner maybe than the 86, 87 turtles that I'm so accustomed to. First head out of the package, you do got that bandit mask with the white eyes back there. Good green color that matches the rest of the body. You got to have that, of course. And then you do got the second head with a little bit of a smirk going on. Now, he does got the bandana. There is articulation in the bandana. That's nice to see, so we're okay with that. 2 good head sculpts. I'm actually torn. I'm not sure which way. Do I go with the little teeth showing, a little extra personality, a little nod to the past maybe? I don't know. Gonna have to figure. It's gonna be a pick'em. That's what it's gonna be. But now we're diving into Leo right here, of course. Now, one of the things that was much talked about with this one, and it really feels like I'm gonna have to heat this bad boy up because he does not feel like he really wants to move at all for me. But the new articulation with this. Now, I guess we'll get to that here in a second, but we do got the katana holders on the back over the top, not removable, of course. Got the brown strap around there, of course, and then the katana blades just plug in very easily. Got the green backpack, almost looks like a bowl back there, but it's a turtle shell, but not quite as turtley as other turtle shells. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's a little bit flat on that one. He does got the brown elbow pads here. You do got the brown waist belt. You got the brown knee pads there. And then the skin tone color throughout does match, of course. Now, the real big deal here is going to be the articulation. Old Leonardo got all kinds of articulation, starting with the head, up, down, back, forth, side to side. Head removable, as we know. Arms all the way around, of course. All the way around, of course. Maybe, maybe not, I guess. No. Oh, there we go. Shoulders very tight joints on this one, but arms do go all the way around. Just had to work it there. Bicep cut, which is nice. But now we got double jointed pinless elbows. How about that? Double jointed elbows on this one. A little mechanical in the elbow, I would say. I would like a little smoother joint if I was making the rules here, but it is a double jointed elbow, and a lot of people have been down on Super 7 for many years for not having double joints, but now we're getting them right there. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. No waist on this one, of course, but you do get leg articulation, and you can go all the way out for the side kick if you want to. Once again, like a young Jonathan Brandis. Watch out for him, of course, in more ways than one. Leg does go up in the front as well, so we do get a little extra articulation there. Looks like double jointed pinless knees as well. So we do get the double jointed knees down here. But man, very clunky, I will say. At least that's mine. Maybe heating it up will make it a little bit better, but a little clunky in that articulation. A little hard to move too. But once again, a little heat goes a long way, as we do know with these action figures. But looking pretty good, all things considered. And it'll be interesting if it's a little too late on the articulation to bring new fans into it. But who knows? I guess if there was a time to bring new fans in, it's a new turtle line for sure. On the bottom, he does got a hole in his foot. Let's see, does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use the discount code Kyle. What do you know? He fits on a stand. You're just going to have to get that leg to where you want it to go. But a little clunky in the articulation. And like I said, I'm hoping a little heat could help this one a little ways right there. Because look at that, he's pretty top heavy. And a lot of that has to do with these ankles not wanting to move. So very clunky is my first thoughts here with this one, but I am hopeful heat works its way through this one here. Looking pretty good, old Leo. Of course, a more traditional Leo over here. This is what I think of when I think of Leo. Of course, the old Playmate style, and then of course the cartoon style from Once Upon a Time. But not bad. I really like the heads on this Leo too. As we always say, 2 heads are better than 1, of course, on the channel, and that Leo's got 2 really good heads there. Looking very nice, all things considered. But let's look over to Donatello. Many of people's favorite turtle, always wild in this day and age, because when I was a kid, nobody liked Donatello, but it seems like everybody likes him now. Quite the resurgence for him. Like a young Iron Man Tony Stark. Nobody liked him, now everybody does. But you got Donatello, same packaging design as Leonardo right here. Looking pretty good, nothing on the sides. Classic turtle logo from 2003, I guess we'll call it there. The Fierce Fixer with the bold bow staff on the back, and he's a fierce fixer, and he's going to be a fixer-upper. He's going to fix the party wagon. He's going to do whatever he needs to be done. He's a team player, after all, old Donatello. See you later, like a young Walt Frazier. Yes, Walt Frazier, really throwing it back in the day. And there it is, Donatello looking pretty good, all things considered. Once again, very similar packaging design, even on the inside of this one. Twist tie, see you later, goodbye. Get some goggles with this one here. You know, I'm here for some goggles. Oh, we got some tape. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Got that communicator. I was going to say, I figured we'd see that a time or two. Easy repaint to put out there. Ooh, very tight getting these hands out. Can I get the weapon out? There we go. Little extra head, as we say. We always love a little extra head, especially on a Sunday. We all love that. See you later. Goodbye. Get a little garbage out of here, and we're off to the old Donatello races is what we're off to right here. And I guess we'll start with the bow staff. Got the purple around there. You know it's Donatello when you get the purple. Wooden bow staff looking pretty good. On point for Donatello. Same exact hands we got with Leonardo. We're seeing this. Got to get the most out of your molds. We're seeing a lot of reuse between these. And at the end of the day, they're turtles. I get it. They all look the same. But a lot of reuse around on this one here. Same exact hand combination we saw with Leonardo. Same communicator. We also saw this with Leonardo. We do get something new, though. We do get some goggles here. Perfect for him if he's working on the party wagon, working in the lab, whatever he's up to. Do got some goggles to go on. So at least something a little bit newer with Donatello. But now we're diving into the head sculpts for old Donnie here. You got the classic head off to the side, or more of the classic look with the teeth showing out the sides there. And then you got the very smiley, happy one. Both of these ones, of course, got the bandit mask going on. You got the white eyes. You got the bandanas in the back. You can move around. Looking pretty good. All things considered, though, just like Leo, I like both these heads. Really is a pick 'em. Hardcore, real ones. Big fans of the 2003 Turtles. You're buying 3 of them. You can display all the different looks. Plus, you got to have one on card in the box. That's for the hardcores out there, though. But looking good. I don't got any issues with either of these head sculpts, just like Leonardo. Articulation, identical to Leonardo. We don't need to walk through that with Donatello. Let's see if he's a little bit smoother. Oh, very tight in the shoulders once again. Tight in the knees. Ankle's a little bit better on this one. It seems to be the left ankle is the one that's pretty fused together. We had that with Leonardo. The right ankle moves very well. The left one does not move very well. So once again, your mileage may vary, but we're detecting a little pattern right here. So I am hopeful a little heat goes a long way for these guys. Help out in the glamour shots as well. Got that same turtle shell in the back. Got the holder here for, of course, the bow staff. Very tight in the legs right there, but he can do the splits if you need him to. If you want to do those turtle splits, you can do that right there. Put that back. It's interesting. This new articulation feels different with the turtle line, of course. But here we are, Super 7 making some changes all these years later. He should also hopefully fit on a Mattel ringside stand. Yes, he does. And he's got the same problem. Wants to fall over every single time. You have to work a little magic there for old Donnie. And I do got a little magic Donnie over here. Looking interesting. So quite the wild ride right here with these new turtles. Like I said, I already got Michelangelo. If you saw weekly purchases, I already have him in-house here. I just need to get Raphael. So once I get Raphael, we'll unbox those. Have to think, though, spoiler alert, going to be very similar to these. I think that's going to be the case. It's cool to get these out here. They've milked a lot of that Playmates, but I still think they could have got a lot more Playmate versions. Give me the Monty Mooses of the world. Give me, what's that, Dalmatian? Hotspot, was that his name, I think? Give me some of those. What about that camel? What about the giraffe that looked like Jeffrey from Toys R Us? I would have loved to seen those in the Playmates version. Just not sure if that was possible. Not sure the reasoning there, but would have loved to seen those. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some more of that style. But it looks like they're morphing into this style, which I guess is good for me too. It's going to keep some money in my pockets is what it's going to do, because I'm going to get the 4 turtles. And after that, I'm calling it good on 2003. It's just not my era of Ninja Turtles, as I said at the top here. So very interesting dynamics. Going to be very interesting to see where this goes. I know this is a very popular brand of turtles, of course, the 2003, but you like what you like, you don't what you don't. I came in at the 87. I like the NECA stuff. I like a little of that. But as far as 2003, I never jumped in. I'm not going to jump in now more than the 4. And a lot of this was playing Mr. Wizard, playing Beakman's World, playing DeGrasse Tyson, whoever. Name your favorite scientist. I'm right up there with them. I'm playing the science game, trying to figure out what I think about these. And it's interesting. Going to see how Heat does with these. We're going to see how the other 2 are. And then I'll make a final verdict in that video. How about? So there it is. Leo and Donnie, 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. An interesting turn of events from Super 7. What's your guys' thoughts, though? Are you over the moon? Do you love the 2003 Turtles? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to both my YouTube channels. 2 channels with videos every single day. Don't forget to check out my new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, softcover, hardcover available. Or you can pick up a copy from me if that is your thing. Check out SirPaul64 on the X, the_Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, my brand new podcast, available every single Tuesday wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. Check it out. Support the podcast, of course, and check out the Patreon over there. Of course, my Patreon, early access to all the videos here on both the YouTube channels, giveaways, you name it, it's all going down on the Patreon. Appreciate the support from everybody. So for the 2003 Turtles, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?